Have you seen this craze? Everyone's got something attached to them electronically 24/7, it seems like nowadays. We're monitoring our heart rate, our blood pressure, what we eat, how many steps we take. Can you track your way to success? If you're one of those people who really wants to hit a big goal and get consistent into daily action towards it, then you really need to understand this and avoid this mistake. Hi, I'm Martin Meisenheimer, momentum maker, helping introverted small business owners end the cycle of constant overthinking, distraction, procrastination fast so they can finally start moving forward and building the built business of their dreams. And this one today comes from a conversation I had just yesterday with one of my beta testers. We got to talking about tracking for business and personal, to keep you on track for your goals. And he started getting like resistance. He was like, I don't know if I really want to do that. And I asked a little bit more, and turns out he thinks it's going to be time consuming. It's going to slow him down. I'm going to have him, bogged down in the minutia of every single day, tracking every breath he takes. The big idea here is this. Instead of tracking every little thing, you only need to be really tracking the one thing. The one thing that if you did it, if you would only become consistent with this one thing every day for a year, your success becomes inevitable. Now, it might be two, might be three things, but not more than that. Everyone knows what those things are. And the key is, don't make it a big thing. What's the one small thing, or two or three? That's what you should be tracking. And you need to get ruthless about this. If you're serious, you got big goals and you're trying to get there and you don't know how, it's the one thing. But get serious about it. Quit being an amateur, become a professional, track that one thing, see it visually every day that you're actually doing that thing. Bigger goals, here's what you really need to understand. Bigger goal doesn't mean bigger to-do list. In order to hit a bigger goal doesn't mean I'm going to have to do more necessarily. For most people, it's not doing more. It's not a bigger to-do list. It's not how much more can I fit into my day so that I can make sure I hit that goal. That's the wrong approach. It doesn't make sense. It's self-defeating. And then we get into a cycle of beating ourselves up. You need to focus on the one thing, get yourself moving in the direction of the goal, and stay with it consistently day in and day out. If we don't, we get into this cycle of defeat. What does that look like? You get motivated somehow. You read a book or watched a TED Talk, or you heard someone say something that was inspiring. Now you're motivated. Now you set a goal. Now how do I do that? So you lay out the strategy to get there. You figure out what the action steps are. What does it need to look like every day? Get started, you're moving in the right direction, then something happens and you stop. For most people, they'll tell me, life happened. Yeah, life happened yesterday and the day before, and it's going to happen tomorrow and next week. So plan for it. How do you plan for life happening? You track the thing, the one thing, and you make it achievable. You don't make it some gargantuan big boulder. What's the one thing that you know in your mind, if you're being honest with yourself, if you just would do that one thing, but do it every single day, you cannot possibly fail. Your consistency makes your success inevitable. What's that one thing? Start tracking it. I hope this was beneficial and you got value from it. And if you did, please feel free to like, share, and comment. As always, I always reply back to all your comments personally. And before I go, one last thing before I forget. If you're curious about what I'm sharing with my beta testers in terms of the tracker that I developed for myself that's working really well, I'm happy to share that. Just hit me with a private message. I'll shoot it right over to you, no big deal. And know that until next time, I'll be rooting for your success.